Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another SLG Meetup. Your host Alvaro to bring you another interesting guest to talk all about luxury. But today is going to be about interior design. There is nothing more beautiful than the interiors of these amazing properties that all these upcoming and super developed cities have in common. And in this case, we're going to be going all the way to Houston to meet with the founder and CEO of ABI, Amanda Brooke Interiors, and her name is Amanda Holiday. She's going to be telling us all about her interesting projects and what she has been doing throughout all these years to become one of the most renowned and famous interior designers in the area. What's up, Amanda? How you doing?
Hi. Hi, Alvaro. How are you?
Very good. And yourself?
Doing very well.
I'm happy to hear that, and welcome to our SLG Meetup series. I'm very happy to have you as a guest to tell us all about all the exciting things that you're doing. I mean, everybody's talking about interior design now with this booming that we have on luxury real estate. So super excited to hear all about what you're doing in Houston and in these incredible homes.
Yes. So we're actually we are an international firm. We are in both the US, all over the US, and in the Europe market as of right now. So it's not just in Houston, but we're working on some really great projects here in Houston as well.
But your story is incredible because you started from door knocking, cold calling in Houston to become one of the top interior designers in the area. And then obviously, like any other big firm, you've been expanding throughout the US and, as you mentioned, as well in Europe. You know, coming back to the roots of where ABI started. Tell us a little bit about that story.
So I'm from Dallas originally, and I graduated from U of H. So my major initially was in fashion. And at the time of whenever it came to my internship, I did not have, there was nothing in the fashion industry that was available that I was interested in. And I'd always helped like friends and like side jobs in interior design just for fun while I was finishing up school. And so I basically created my own internship with a luxury interior design firm here in Houston. And that kind of lit the fire. Whenever I graduated, I didn't see anything that I was really interested in the fashion industry to get into right away. And it kind of lit this fire in me. And I went back to school for interior design. And then while I'm in school here, so I didn't know anyone in the market outside of, you know, that internship. And then I worked for a commercial real estate firm, and I would help with multifamily projects and things like that, the design in those complexes. And so I started, while I was still in school, I started researching all of the different firms that I was interested in that fit my aesthetic. And I went in person. They weren't hiring. They didn't have an advertisement, anything like that. In person, introduced myself, told them I was eager to get started in the industry and to keep me in mind whenever they are hiring. And I did that for, it was either online or in person, to about 30 or more firms. And finally, I had someone bite, and I was the lead designer for a small boutique firm for 3.5 years before starting my own in May of 2019.
Tell us a little bit about the essence of what's behind the brand, like what's the DNA?
I've always, for homes have always come, and styling homes are very similar to the body, and that's always come natural to me. But I find that I think thinking back, the DNA of that kind of aesthetic has always been, family is so important to me. Our surroundings completely affect our well-being, and to create beautiful spaces for each of my clients is an honor. So I'm always trying to think to have timeless, forward-thinking design mixed with the family's lifestyle and aesthetic.
How did you do to, in such a short period of time, expand so rapidly?
Whenever I left my old firm, it was not planned. I did not have a website. I did not have clients. And I jumped and I hit the ground running. I mean, I didn't sleep. I really devoted.
No, come on. You have to sleep. Otherwise.
No. But like, I devoted my entire life. I knew that I was completely dependent on my own self, my own like drive. And I knew that I had to make this work. There was no alternative. And so immediately I hired a business coach. I took a social media course and I started my social media that whenever I left. That hiring professionals and learning from other people is not a weakness. I think that it makes you so much stronger. I've always believed in collaboration and continued learning, you know, like if I ever get to the point where I know everything, I should change industries, you know, like always keep growing.
I like it. I wanted to emphasize on what's been the most important thing that you've, getting from having a coach.
The confidence. It gives you the confidence. Because whenever you are unfamiliar with a path that's ahead of you, you lack that confidence to know what to do. But in reality, nobody knows what they're doing.
It's very inspiring for those that connect with you on social media because it's very clean and aesthetically nicely done. So congratulations. Is that the main source or the main platform that you use for your marketing strategies, or you also use TikTok or YouTube or things like that?
So we are on YouTube, the IGTV series. We've also added to YouTube. We're on Pinterest. We're on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. But our main platform is Instagram. And I do think that it is geared toward interior design and aesthetics and things like that.
Well, what's your thought on TV? Because now there is all these TV shows coming up, like real estate shows have become so popular, and not just the real estate itself, but the interior design. If you look at Miami, Design in Miami just came out. So what are your thoughts about TV shows?
So before, I've always liked to be behind the scenes. I know that sounds silly, but that's just who I am. And I like my work to shine. And I've never, I feel like there's this huge like cancel culture and I'm just not a huge, I think that my work is speaks for itself. So, I never wanted to before this year. And then we were approached by a network and I was kind of like, no, at first. And then my right-hand girl, she was like, why not? We would be awesome at this. And I was like, okay. So I kind of considered it and then it lit the fire. And I was like, okay, I could do this. I could see it. But it can't be this like very catty,
dramatic. Yes,
it needs to be like a competition. Like I will thrive in a competition. So it has to be the right show.
Let me ask you, because obviously it's such a competitive industry, and you just mentioned you thrive in competition, right? Now, what's been, you will say, the hardest thing about being an interior designer, and what did you learn from it?
So there are multiple things. Like in my business, the hardest thing is finding really great employees and contractors that you can depend on. Like that's difficult because a lot of people, there's just a lot of unprofessionalism in the industry that you don't see behind the scenes, and we're like problem solvers like any other entrepreneur. That is what we do. So that would be the business side. In the design side, because everything is at our disposal with the internet, I've experienced clients in the past going behind and shopping my designs, which is yeah, it's really unfortunate. And to be truthful, there's really nothing you can do. It's in my contract, but again, the stress that you would have to go through for legal action is just not worth it for me. Just kind of have to trust that you will find better clients and move on.
No, that's good. I mean, there is no other way, right? You just need to keep on doing what you're passionate about and let your energy flow through a channel of work, positivity, and growth, and not just stuck in the past and the fights. Some fights you have to fight them for sure, but some others you have to, let go. Now, the word luxury, right? We always ask this question, but for you, especially coming from this industry, what is luxury to you?
It's timeless, forward-thinking, quality. It doesn't have to be expensive, but quality, design.
Say it again, because you said it at the beginning and I loved it. And I was like, I need to ask her again to say it because it sounded so nice.
What? Timeless, forward-thinking, quality design. It is.
Wow.
That is.
That's amazing. I mean, I will repeat this later and just write it down because it sounds amazing. And it's really to the point of what the meaning of luxury is. Now, that's really cool. But let me ask you, obviously, from all the projects that you work on, and this is just for you to kind of summarize more the type of projects that you focus on. Do you specialize, or what do you aim to be focusing on residential luxury homes, or is there another angle that you want to grow as a business?
So yes, 95% of our clientele are high-end residential, but we've also designed commercial, and I love that as well. I would love to get into hospitality and also restaurant design, yacht. I'm totally good with. Yeah.
There we go.
And also aviation would be so fun, like a private jet. I would
manifestation. And it's
yes.
funny because I've seen everything being crossed within those industries, because like a friend of mine, he just won one of the awards for best yacht of the year and so forward. He builds these luxurious huge yachts, and he was telling me that some of the clients that he has, they're asking him to build their homes because they love so much how they build their yachts that they want he to build their house. And I'm like, wow. And he's going to do it. So obviously, if somebody that you're doing the design for a house, they love it so much,